Howdy y'all, it's your favorite trainer with a belt buckle, helping you pass the NASM CPT 7 days. Our map, our guide, audiobook, we have podcasts. We are the best certification in fitness, but you came across us too late and you can't get a refund. So 1 week past NASM, we have videos on demand, live. So when you do pass, you have 3 weeks in the best certification in fitness. It's all about showing up, read the book, and have a great day, y'all.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Megan, show up fitness instructor, and today I'm going to help you pass the NASM CPT. If you guys haven't heard already, we just launched our roadmap to pass in 7 days. That's right, in as little as 1 week, you can become a certified personal trainer. A part of this tier, you're going to gain access to our study guide, daily Zoom calls, live and recorded, as well as extra quiz questions, and this video along other videos to help you pass in that 7 days. And the best thing about this tier is after you pass in that week, you'll still have 3 weeks free access to our own SUF-CPT course, Best CPT Out There, where you're going to learn anatomy, how to program, sales, business, everything it takes to make this a long-lasting and successful career. In this video, I'm going to be talking about one of those days in that roadmap to pass in 7 days, and it's going to be talking about assessments. So there's a lot of different types of assessments that you're going to need to know if you want to pass the NASM CPT or any other textbook CPT out there. First, we're going to start off with health assessments. So there's a lot of information, but the basics that you guys are going to need to know, one of them being PARQE. What does that mean? PARQUE, Physical Activity Readiness Questionnaire. So basically, it's just a questionnaire asking basic health guidelines, just making sure that your client or client-to-be is going to be able to participate in fitness, in exercise, right? So just basic guideline there, just know what that means. Checking someone's heart rate, you guys should know where you're going to check your client's heart rate at. So you want to make sure that it's the radial pulse, that's going to be on the thumb side there. Blood pressure, you guys should know what a high blood pressure is. High blood pressure being hypertension. So obviously there's a lot of different ranges, but the main one that we're looking for here is going to be that 140/90. And so also the different types of blood pressure. So the top one is going to be systolic pressure, and the bottom one is going to be diastolic pressure. So systolic pressure on the top is going to be when your heart's contracting, when it's beating. Diastolic pressure on the bottom is going to be when your heart's at rest in between beats. So that's something that you should know for blood pressure. Then we go into BMI, body mass index. Now, you guys don't have to go into actually calculating these things. You should know the health ranges that NASM has for healthy, overweight, and obese clients. So when we're looking at healthy BMI, it's going to be 18.5 to 24.9. When you're looking at overweight, it's going to be 25 to 29.9. And then obese would be 30 plus there. So a question comes up, your client has a BMI of 27. What are they considered? Off of those ranges, we should know that they're going to be considered overweight there. The next thing that you're going to see is body caliper testing. Now, there's a lot of different ones that they have on there. The key one that they like to use a lot is going to be the Dernan-Wormserly one. And so for this one, there's 4 sites that they're testing. Testing your bicep, your tricep, your subscapularis, and your suprailiac crest, or they may just say your iliac crest. For the most part, you guys should just know what those 4 sites are, but maybe a more detailed question would be, how would you measure that? So for my bicep and tricep, that's going to be a normal fold versus for the suprailiac and my subscapularis, that'd be at a diagonal fold. So specifically, if we're looking at the suprailiac crest, it'd be 45 degrees above your hip. Next one we're going to have is postural assessments. So there's 3 different postural distorted patterns that NASM is going to have. Now, a lot of this information that we inform you guys to pass the NASM CPT or ACE or any other textbook CPT, we're not actually recommending that you go out and use on your clients. So specifically when I'm talking about these postural distortion patterns, I don't use that. You should not use that to scare your clients away. This is what you need to know to the test, but this is not going to be applicable when you're actually training people. So there's 3 postural distortion patterns that they have, and this is a static postural assessment. So I'm just standing here. So if someone had a rounded back, we're going to refer to upper cross syndrome. So a rounded back kind of looks like Quasimodo, you might say, but upper back, upper cross syndrome, think of kyphosis. That's what also referred to it, but it's like rounded shoulders, heads protruded forward. All of that's associated with upper cross syndrome. When you have lower cross syndrome, that's the second one, think low back. So that's when you have that anterior tilt, kind of when your butt's sticking out there. And so for that one, You can also see referred to as lordosis. And then the last one that we have is pes planus distortion syndrome. So this one, we're looking at the feet, but we're also looking at other components as well. It's referred to as flat feet. So your feet are turned out. You'll also have your knees caved in, so knee valgus, and your hips are going to be internally rotated. So there's 3 components to the pes planus one. The main thing that sticks out that you guys should know, referred to flat feet there. So for all of these postural distortion patterns, upper cross syndrome, lower cross syndrome, and pes planus distortion syndrome, you guys should know the possible overactive, underactive muscles that are being used there. And so we have another video on that already, going over the overhead squat assessment. So I'm not going to talk about that today.